Say a few words. If I offend anybody, I'm sorry. I just want you to know where my state of mind was at the moment. But on Monday afternoon, we received a call that my brother was found unconscious. And to kind of make you understand, my brother was like PJ, and I was like, we were like PJ and Michael. When we had the opportunities, we grew up together side by side, and kind of my other half before my wife. So when we received that call, that was my biggest fear. I've always had dreams of him passing away in car accidents, and I would wake up in the middle of the night praying and praying that it'd just be another silly dream. And so when they called, I immediately went inside to my room, of course broke down, but started to pray. And I continued praying, but at the same time, thoughts in my head, the enemy kept telling me, or putting this thought in me that, well, being a Christian sometimes feels like we're always, and this is my feeling, the way I felt at that moment, we're always on the losing team. It sometimes feels like that. And I kept getting these images of our last conversation, and I had talked to him Friday and all this stuff, and so all these things kept coming to me, and my wife was in contact with Pastor, and I went to work because I didn't want to miss work because I didn't know how long we would be out or whatever. So I text Pastor, my faith is weak, Pastor, my faith is very weak, please pray for me. And he gave me a few words, and of course I knew that you all were praying for me and the family, and I kept breaking down, and then it came to me. God told me I felt like I wanted to be in church. So I went straight to the YouTube and started putting Pastor's videos nonstop. And some of them can be long, but it was such a comfort. Just all day at work, message after message. I would get phone calls, I'd pause it, go back. And we had to drive over there to Louisiana, where he worked. And I had this image in my head. The devil was constantly making me feel he died alone. He was over there for nothing. God's not, just trying to finish me off. Go back to the old way I used to be. And my family knows the way I used to be. And God brought me so much comfort that we were able to drive over there, that he even sent my cousin with me, which is a youth pastor at another church like ours. They believe in the same. He went with us. He dropped work, and his wife, got out of work, and they came with us. And all along, I heard them whispering in the back, praying, and and I felt this peace that I've never felt before. When we got there, I didn't want to see my brother. He was on life support. I didn't want to see him, and we got delayed several times. And I like to think that maybe God delayed us because maybe, as Pastor said, sometimes he knows what we can handle. And maybe seeing him might have been my breaking point. I don't know. But I would like to think that. We got there and we saw his wife. We went to where he was staying. His son was working with them. He's 21. They were, together every day, all day. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this, gather his things. I talked to his family. You all never really hear me talk. I said words and things that I never thought I would say. And somehow I feel I brought comfort to them. Talked to his son, talked to his wife, to his daughter. We gathered his things. We had to drive his truck back 7 hours. These things, it's horrendous. I don't know how wives and husbands do these things. I don't know how Pastor did it. I don't know, but I know it's with God. Because without God, I wouldn't be here. I would be broken. I am broken, but I'm not alone. And he's been, through God and everything, he's been able to sustain me, to be the light for their family and his son, and try to talk to them, and to continue talking to them and try to bring them to know Jesus. And through all of this, I saw the people he worked with and how blessed he was and how people loved him, and that brought comfort. God showed me all these things about him that I didn't know. I thought he was over there suffering, working, a horrible job, and people loved him. People were there with the family that they couldn't see him, but they were in the waiting room. They were providing for them. They were taking care of them. He was so loved over there, and God showed me all this to bring comfort. And it's just amazing that how being with God, I lost my father when I was young without God. And I saw how that went. And I lost my brother with God. And I see the difference. And what Pastor says, the comfort and all the things, it's honestly true. It's honestly true. And like I said, I never talked, but at least I felt I had to at least glorify God by saying this. Because people might not believe that it's not true, but it is. Without God, and going through this loss wouldn't be possible. So I just wanted to share that. And thank you. And thank you for the prayers. And you can please continue praying for his family, his son, my younger brother. They're still taking it very hard, but we're there for them and we're praying. And we will get through this like everything. But just thank you, everybody, for everything. I just wanted to share that with you.